Hello everybody, I hope you are having a nice day or night when you're watching this. Once again, my name is Sirat Haidari and I'm a Chevening Scholar studying L.L.M International Commercial Law at the Aberdeen University in Scotland in the UK. This is my second video regarding the interview, as I promised to everybody that I'm going to upload another video going into the details of the interview questions. I think I'm going to have another video explaining other important things regarding the interview in the future when the right and the correct time comes. But this video is specifically the 10 questions that was asked during these online interviews. So I collected all the answers from all the friends and all the people that I was mentoring or I was in contact with them. So I summarized the questions, picked all the similar questions, compiled them together, and I'm going to read them one by one for you, and I'm going to explain how to answer them. So this is very important, especially for those individuals who are having their interviews in the near future, tonight, tomorrow, in the coming days or weeks. And also for those of you who passed the interview, it's good to go through these questions and see if you answered them the right way. There is no right, wrong way, but the right way in your context. So that if you are not shortlisted, so you prepare yourself for the next round, because you have like 4 months to prepare for the next application that starts in August. So let's jump to the questions. First question, can you please introduce yourself and tell us how did you hear about Chevening Program? This is the exact question that was asked. This is the first question. Talk about yourself. You have very limited time. You have only, nobody will stop you if you want to go, you want to waste all your time talking about yourself, but this is not good. So pretend you have 1 or 2 minutes. Talk about the most important achievements you have. Your name, where do you come from, and where did you study your university. You don't need to talk about your school unless it's very important and you consider it important. Talk about your greatest achievements, your professional life, your volunteer and social activities, your networking, and your leadership skills. So you give a very big overview of your all achievements, and this is the first question, so you have to nail it. You have to have a very outstanding and amazing impression. You have to put the greatest impression possible. This is the start of everything, guys. So this is very important. So I encourage you to answer this question 100 times before you go to the interview. Be prepared for that. The second question is, tell us about a leader you admire and what qualities make them a good leader. So mostly it's arranged in the way it was asked. Tell us about a leader you admire. So you have to, or maybe they will ask you, who's your role model? So it's not just to say Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg or Barack Obama or Trump or anybody, or maybe people in your own country. But you have to know them, because the question goes on, what qualities make them a good leader? Why you like this guy? Not just this, maybe you will get more questions, because I say the person I admire as a role model, and I was asked why you admire him. What was the 3 important things that person did so that you copied and pasted in your own life? So you have to be prepared to know your role model, to know the qualities, to know his background, everything. Don't just say Mark Zuckerberg without knowing just Facebook, but you don't know how in life he struggled. This is very important. You have to say the bad days Mark Zuckerberg had, the bad days Barack Obama had, but he changed his life to become a president. What bad days you had that you learned from Barack Obama and you made yourself to sit in that seat or chair to give the interview. Third question. Give us an example when you used your leadership and influencing skills from your work or any other place. Okay, examples of leadership and influencing skills from your work or any other place. Work is your professional career, of course, and other places is your volunteer work, your community work, social work, working at your university, and any other thing. And what? Leadership and influence. Were you a leader in your community? Were you a leader at the place where you work? For example, you're working in an office, governmental, non-governmental, anything. What's your position? Are you a supervisor? Are there any people working under your supervision? If yes, good luck. At least you don't need to have or do any kind of preparation for it. You can talk about your leadership skills, how you manage that office, how you manage these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 people working under your supervision. You say how you manage, you do your work, and how you influence them to do and to work. The influence part, normally for me, it would go to my volunteer work or my social work, where other people were working under my supervision. I was influencing them to work for me. For example, I had a social organization working for social and community developments. We didn't have a lot of things because we were volunteers, but I had some influencing skills because I was talking with the universities, I was talking with schools, with big companies, and I was influencing those schools and universities to provide us with the venue for our events. This is how you talk about your influencing and leadership skills. It's a bit tricky for me. I think it's tricky. Two questions merged together, but you have to, break them down and know how to answer them. Fourth question. What does effective networking mean to you? So, like, how to answer it? I should go toward this, because you say you had a network, but your network was not, active. But you took advantage of the situation, and you did some effective work in order to make everybody work together. Or there were many networks doing nothing, but your effective networking skills made them all come together and do something new in your community. Try to find it. Fifth question, how effective networking has helped you bring a positive result? One of your achievements that you've had, beside working, maybe the job you found now where you're working, maybe it was, you found it through the network you had with the people. So, or maybe achievements, or maybe you had some recognition in your community, or maybe you built something for your community, a positive thing. Maybe it was a poor community and your volunteer or networking skills or influencing skills, it made it, you came up with a great idea and initiatives, and these networks that you have, it helped you to do something positive for that community and for yourself, that you are recognized for doing such a great thing. Question number 6. I'm going a little bit quickly because my last video was very long, so I don't want to be long. 6. Tell us about the challenges you think you might face and how will you overcome them? Okay, the challenges you might face, it's not very clear, but it talks overall because I combined 2-3 questions together. Challenges that you will face in the UK studying, and challenges in the future when you return back to your country to work for the development of your country, or any work that you do. How you will face them and how will you do it? I cannot tell you how to answer this question honestly, because it has different answers based on different contexts and different majors. So you have to be smart enough to prepare for such a question. Question 7. How will you balance your program with the extracurricular activities you want to do in the UK? So coming to UK is not about just studying. Coming to UK is about participating in the events, in extracurricular activities, in conferences, workshops, and these networking events that's provided by the Chevening, and also your university, your council in your area, student association, and all these things. And sometimes you really have to participate to them, and you really have to learn something about the UK, because you're not supposed to come here and be at your home, whether it's a dorm or a private house or your university. This is it. Go all the way these two. No, you have to learn about the country. You have to learn about the UK. You have to see how the system works, because you learn something that works in the context of the UK, and you have to learn and see practically in the community, so that when you go back to your country, you know how you studied, how it works, so that how you implement it in your country. So you have to know these challenges, how you manage your time, how you manage your schedule, how you manage your studies, and how will you go through all these struggles. Question number 8, what do you think are the main concerns in the field you have applied for, and how will the courses contribute in solving them? So why you study engineering? Why you study medical field? Why you study law, political science, business, marketing, anything like this? Why there's a lack for this master's degree that you think you should go and learn and come back because nobody else has this master's, or you are supposed to do something for your country? Why you study this, and how will the courses contribute in solving them? So how will you be able to solve those problems by learning these courses? What courses? So be prepared to get follow-up questions. What courses will you study in the UK based on your major? If it's law, international law, it's my field, law. So what subjects? Is it economic law, criminal law, business law, maritime law, what law? If it's business, what subjects are related to business? If it's economy, if it's engineering. So you have to know what you're studying and what's needed for your country, so that you come here, you learn. Because if you study something that you have universities already in your country teaching those subjects, so what's the point to come to the UK? Why not you study there? Question number 9. Outline your postgraduate 5 years and explain how Chevening will help you achieve them. So, talk about your short-term goals. 5 years from now, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What will happen? What's your goal? And there will be a follow-up question that I didn't put it here. What's your long-term goals? For the next 25 years, you should have an answer at least. If you don't know it, it's good to know it. If you don't know it or can't know it, at least you should have an answer that where do you see yourself in the next 25 years? Question number 10, do you want to make any change in your university choices? You have 3 choices. So this is the last opportunity, the last time you are able to change, maybe the last and only time you can change your universities. If you got offer from another university, or if you changed your mind, if you want to change your 3rd university to 1st, or any changes, this is the option to it. And never mind, this is not going to be a negative point. I have heard from many people who say never change your university, but I'm telling you, change your university. Because at the time you applied, you filled those forms, you didn't know which university suits you well, but today you know it because you applied, you studied more about all the universities, you did compare and contrast. This is the last time you have the opportunity to do it, so you should do it. So these were the 10 questions. Be prepared. I hope 2 things help you. First, you know the questions. Second thing, how to answer these questions. I'm repeating once again that these the answers I gave you, they are not the best answers, but these are the answers that worked for me. So if I'm here, this means that if you incorporate these questions in your own field, your own major, and whatever you have done, whatever you want to be, I am damn pretty sure that it's going to help you. I wish you best of luck and success. I wish those who have already passed the interview, who you're watching this, I hope you make it, and those who are having their interviews in the future, I hope you make it and you're here, and we see in September, August, September, October, we see one another. I will be happy to invite you at my place. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.